Good evening and welcome to Networking Superstar School. I'm Sarah Allison and tonight we're going to be talking about YouTube and video marketing. I'm here with the amazing ambassadors Robin Smith and Hannah Kathleen who are going to be helping me alongside this. So, how are you both?
Oh, doing fantastic. Thanks to having us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting us on. I'm super excited.
Great to have you here. So let's get kicked off with it because video marketing. I'm going to share some boring statistics for you. Statistic person, feel free to just shut your ears. But video marketing is huge. It is said that it's going to be the number one way to communicate with people online as of 2017. So not that far away. And video marketing is going to be the number one way to do that. So if you're not doing it yet, you really are missing a trick. Just to let you know, YouTube has over 1 billion users. That's a third of people who are on the internet are on YouTube. That's massive, and it's in majority of countries now, as we all know. And once users are actually on YouTube, they're spending more time per session watching videos. So what that basically means for you is that once you've got someone onto either your channel or one of your videos, they're more likely to stay there. And that's a key ingredient in success. So let's get started anyway. And so why is video marketing so effective for online marketing? Drop Robin. So I'm going to hand this over to you. Oh,
She's back. She's back. The joys of technology, hey?
So everything went black, and then I could hear you, but I couldn't see anything, and I was like, oh no. So I just hit reload, and apparently everything came back. Okay, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we're going to. What have you found with why video marketing is so effective, particularly for online marketing?
Well, me personally, I think that, obviously network marketing and building a business online, building any business in general, specifically network marketing, is all about relationships. And your prospects need to get to know you, get to know the person, on the other end of the phone or, on the other end of Facebook. And especially when building online, it's essential that the people you're connecting with who are from all over the world, you can't necessarily, you might be talking to someone in America, for example, and obviously I'm based in Ireland. So if Robin and I want to have a coffee and talk about a business opportunity, it's impossible unless one of us fly over to the other end of the world. So having an online presence and using video in your marketing means that you can see the other person, how they move, how they sound, get to know their personality. So I think just for know, like, and trust and getting to know your prospects, it's massive and builds up that process so much faster and allows them to get to know the person on the other end of the phone, and so helps you build your business a lot faster.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously, webinars are a form of video marketing, and I hope you're getting to know us a lot better and this media just by having this chat. So, how about you, Robin?
I mean, Hannah is completely right. But also, to me, it kind of makes you better as your expert. Like I have so many people I talk to, that they'll be like, oh, I saw your videos. It's almost like, you're like, a celebrity, and now I'm getting to talk to that celebrity, So when it actually works out well, because it kind of, to me, starts, like we were saying, the know, like, and trust factor. So when you actually do get on the phone with somebody, you're already here. They already feel like they know you. They're already, they're looking forward to talking to you. And like I said, I am so surprised how many people tell me, oh, you're a celebrity, and I got to talk to you. I'm so excited. And, I'm just a regular old person, but all that's from video. And, like you said, they really just get to know you already. And I think it just makes it so much easier. And also the fact that you can actually, not only is it one-on-one thing, you can reach so many more people so fast. So instead of just picking up the phone and talking to one person, you can actually, reach hundreds, thousands even.
Absolutely. I think that they're both excellent points. It is all part of that building your authority, and people see you on video. So when you speak to them, you've actually done a lot of that relationship building through your videos. A couple of other things that I find as well is that I can get a lot more content in a video than I can in words. I can say it a lot faster and a lot better than I can just in normal text. So you get your message across a lot better through video. Couple of really boring things again, that it does have better reach. Facebook algorithms, and I think it's the same can be true of Instagram and Pinterest, that actually videos count a lot higher, so are more likely to stay on the newsfeed for that little bit longer. So therefore, again, you are going to reach more people. And as I started out with, the volume of traffic that is going through YouTube, they're already on YouTube. They're already there in their billions. Why not tap into that? That's a massive pool of people to be tapping into. So it kind of just makes sense. Really, that's what we're saying. It makes sense. So, okay, so we've agreed that video marketing is the way to go. But how do you do it? How do you create a lead generating video? Guys, help me out.
This is the big question.
Everybody wants to know this answer, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think that knowing a specific formula that we're going to share with you tonight is something that will completely transform your experience when making videos and will eliminate a lot of the stresses that I think a lot of people face when trying to make a video. I don't know about you guys, but I know that when I started making videos, to be honest, I tried to avoid it for so long. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, Robin and Sarah, that whenever I'm speaking to somebody about a couple of people even who may be watching this evening, they're kind of like, oh God, it's so easy for you. You know, you make videos all the time. And it's like, no, this was not how I felt when I got started. So if you can make the process easier in any way for yourself, then when you go to make a video, you'll do it a lot smoother and it will be a lot more natural for you. And the formula that I believe Sarah is going to share with us this evening is something that will make that a lot easier. So that's just my personal opinion. I think if you can make it as easy as possible for yourself, you follow something that is step by step by step, and you know exactly what you're going to say that way, it makes the whole process a lot more enjoyable, and you just want to make videos all the time.
I was saying, yeah, just do it, really.
Exactly.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. You just have to press record and go and do it, and then press upload, because I know I personally, when I'm petrified of video. Many of you know, you've probably heard me say that. Still, the sweaty hands are still there, still do it, but you just got to put it on, and then you have to press upload or publish or however you want to put it and get it out there to the world.
Yeah, for sure. And not worry about whether your hair is perfect or, like this was me. I used to have like confidence issues. Like, don't be wrong, I think everyone's confidence grows over time, but this was something I was really, really self-conscious about myself, and I used to be so worried, if my hair was perfect, if I had makeup on. I mean, I don't know if you can tell tonight, I have no makeup on, so this was like, except I put a bit of lipstick on, that's a lie. I just thought I'd do something, but I think that it makes you a lot more comfortable in yourself, and when you become more comfortable in yourself, then when you're speaking to prospects, you're a lot more confident and a lot more, you're someone who people want to talk to and wants to join because you're an authority figure and you're comfortable in yourself and in what you're doing. I don't know what you guys think about that, but that's something that I found anyway.
Yeah, you can really become, an expert, and they can feel that, from the video. And like she's saying, I mean, I'll tell you, I've said the story a couple times before, is I actually stand up before I press record and I say, somebody desperately needs to hear what I have to say. And I stand there for a second. In my mind, I actually picture some lady crying her eyes out at 2 a.m., with a maxed out credit card. Her husband's going to kill her, because she maxed out another credit card and she bought another spammy course and everything like that. And I can help her, and I know I can. So I want to get it out there. I want her to see that, and she's not going to care if my hair's a mess or, I stutter or something like that. She's just going to, be like, oh my God, she's there to help me. That's what she's going to want. And she's going to feel that through the video. So definitely, I think those imperfections kind of make you more relatable, I mean, that's how I feel, like when I watch somebody and I see them mess up or I hear them stutter or, I kind of laugh and I'm like, yeah, they are like me.
Yeah. It's like I used to feel kind of compelled to chop those bits out, or if I forgot a word or something. Yes. But if you're actually talking to somebody in person, you're going to stutter occasionally. You're going to, maybe mess up your words as you're trying to figure out what it is that you want to convey to this person. So I think that when that naturalness comes across on video, people relate to you more. more, as you say, you know, it really builds up that know, like, and trust. They're getting to know the real person. So I think that, you know, imperfection is perfection when it comes to this kind of thing.
Definitely.
Definitely, I totally agree. I think we're all very we're all self-conscious. Let's face it. We all be accepted by people. We all want everyone to like us. That's human nature, and we can't fight it. But in fact, when you're doing a video, you need to focus on what your message is more than what's going. I mean, I've got Hoover right here. I've got a box. Paying attention to that, then I'm not. What's coming out of my mouth is rubbish. So, if you focus on your message, then none of the other stuff will matter. And I think it's one way of getting over it is to know exactly what it is that you're trying to get across. Be very clear in your message. The other thing is as well, just start small. You don't need to do a massive long video. I always think something 1 to 2 minutes long. It's enough. It's enough for people to get to know you. It's enough for you to get a solid message across, and you're not taking up too much of anyone's time in doing that. So if you are nervous, just remember you don't need to be on it for hours on end. Just short and sweet with a very clear message. So yeah, we talked about the formula, and we're gonna quickly go through that now. And it does make things easier, because it will make sure that you are focused solely on the message that you're putting across, rather than how it's being delivered, how fancy you look, any of those things. So the first thing is introduce yourself. Sorry, Robin's putting her hand up.
Oh, no, that was the number 1. I'm sorry. Number 1.
I thought we were in class.
No, number 1. I was trying to help. I'm sorry, I made that worse. See that? There we go. We should edit this part out right now. You're seeing, you know, the goofball that I am. You know.
Right. Yeah. Number 1.
Number 1.
Fantastic. Okay. So number 1 is to introduce yourself. It's all part of that know, like, and trust factor. Is if you say, "Hi, I'm Sarah Allison from Lincoln, UK." Those are things that people may not have known about you, but it's reinforcing it, it's getting to know them. A lot of people, you will be surprised how many people do not introduce themselves at the start of videos. And it does make a difference. It really does. Adding that one simple thing to the start of your video will make a huge difference to people getting to know, like, and trust you. The second part is ask a question. Now, this goes back to deciding what your niche is. And we've covered that in other things, so we're not going to go through that tonight. But say, for example, your niche was beauty or makeup. You might ask a question around, what's everyone's favourite brush to use? Or how do you keep your brushes clean? Or do you struggle with keeping your brushes clean? That sort of thing. So you ask a question that's relative to your audience. So guess what number 3 is going to be? Yep, you got it. It's answer the question. Give them that information. You've asked them what's the best way to clean your brushes? Do you struggle with keeping your brushes clean? So you then, in the majority of the video, you talk about different ways to keep your brushes clean, what to do, what not to do, that sort of thing. And at the very end, you go to your call to action. And I'm going to let Hannah and Robin talk a little bit about call to action. Hannah, do you want to?
Yes, I think a call to action is the most important thing, in my opinion, when it comes to the 4-step formula, because if somebody doesn't know what you want them to do, they can't take the action that you want them to take. And it's all good and well, you know, pumping out the value, and don't get me wrong, continue doing that. That is key. But you always need to make sure that you have a call to action at the end of your videos, because if somebody doesn't know what you want them to do, you can't expect them to try and take an action. So maybe you want them to subscribe to your email list. So perhaps you have a free offer and you've shared a video about maybe makeup brushes, like you said, Sarah, and you're talking about, you know, how do you wash your brushes, you know, do you struggle to wash your brushes, then you're giving the answer, and then your call to action could be, you know, make sure you click the link above. You know, I've done a free report, my 10 top tips for cleaning your makeup brushes so that they're in the best shape possible every single month. Off the top of my head, I'm not a big makeup person, but something like that. And then you're saying, you know, go ahead, click the link. I hope you get a lot of value from it, and I will see you in the next video. Because that way you're giving them an action step to take. And even just giving them an action step, even if you don't have something like that at the moment, get them to comment below and say maybe specific words so that you know they've watched the whole video, you know that they're engaging with you, and if somebody actually takes an action, you know, it kind of qualifies them to next level, in my opinion, as a prospect, and you know that they're actually really engaging with you. So when you add those call to actions, your conversions will, you know, obviously improve, because if you haven't previously added call to actions, chances are your prospects aren't doing anything. So even if it's to, you know, you want to let them know that they can sign up for your business, or that they can get a free report, or that they can get on your email list for extra free trainings, whatever it is, just make sure you give them a clear, concise call to action that they can take, so that they can go ahead and take that action step that you really want them to take, but maybe before forgot to tell them about.
Yeah, and also just one little thing is with this call to action, it's almost like a give and take, okay? So it's human nature for when somebody gives you something, you give them something back. You know, think about, you know, somebody gives you a birthday present. You kind of remember that to give them a birthday present, you know, kind of thing. I mean, just think about it, you know? So it's kind of the same thing. So if you're giving them value, they almost feel like they need to do whatever you tell them, okay? It's almost like, you know, brain in there. So even if it's, you know, tag a friend, you know, like you said, leave a comment below, you know, that way you just know, like she said, you know they watched it, you know who to follow up with. And then also the next time, you know, when you ask them to do something, they'll do it again. So for example, if you say, you know, do you want to join my company? There's a higher chance they probably will.
Yeah, totally agree with you. I think Sarah's on mute. Can you hear her?
Or unmute yourself.
Oh. Sarah, I don't know if you can hear us, but I can't hear you. If everybody else can, if Robin can hear you, I can't hear Robin though either now because she's on mute too.
Yeah, Sarah's muted.
Oh, okay. Hopefully she can unmute herself.
Uh-oh.
It won't let me unmute you.
No?
No?
Uh-oh.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back.
It would not.
That's live webinars, guys.
Exactly. It's the nature of the beast.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's important to say that there's lots of different ways that you can call people to action. It doesn't always have to be business related. It doesn't always have to be click on a link or subscribe to this or whatever. It could be like Hannah was saying. It could be say watched or say yes when you've seen it. Whatever it is, it can be something really simple. But when you start out doing videos, just practice with those things and get them just to do something really little, like drop me a thumbs up or click like, just to get so that you're building up. Because if it was your first video and you were all of a sudden saying, oh, and click the link below, people be less likely to. So build people up. Start with something like a like or a fun comment, and then as your videos go along, you can then start adding call to action that takes them places that you want them to go, whether it be to your email list or your website or your blog or Facebook group, wherever it is. So build people up to that. Okay, so we have talked about why to do it. We've talked about how to do it. So let's have a look at, I mean, we have discussed this. Let's share our stories. Let's share our video stories, because I think people need to know that we're doing these webinars and we look very confident and we look very comfortable in doing them, technical issues aside. But we didn't all start out like that. I promise. I mean, for me, it was nerve-wracking. That first video was terrifying because I mean, I guess I get sweaty top lip, which is probably too much information to share with you, but I'm going to anyway. And when I get nervous, that's what I get. And it's when that first video, I was falling over my words. I was probably didn't know what I was saying. I was reading. it was probably awful. But the important thing was I did it and I put it out there. And my top tip for anyone is don't watch it.
No.
I don't watch it. I upload, I put it out there, and then I might go back later and watch it, but I don't watch it before I've uploaded it because I will pick faults. We are our worst big critics, and so don't give yourself the chance to do this. So that's my top tip.
That's a really great tip.
That's a great tip, yes. I don't think I've ever watched one of my videos.
What's your, go on, share with us what your video story.
My video story, yeah, I avoided it at all costs. I really did. I mean, I even avoided, like when you would call somebody on Skype, I would just have the call. I wouldn't even have the actual picture. This is like a one-on-one conversation, And really, if you really want to know, when I joined Networking Superstars back, 2 years ago, we actually did a little thing where we worked in a group and we had like a little mastermind every Tuesday night. And honestly, that's really where I started. I, for some reason, said, okay, I'll be the leader. I don't know why, but I took on the role. And every Tuesday night we would get on and I would like host the little meeting and everything. And I made great friends, in that group and everything. And I still talk to all of them, and everything. But every week I got used to seeing myself on camera. And really, they were like, oh, you're such a natural. And the only thing they ever told me, which you guys can see, is I talk with my hands. That's what they tell me. And I never realized I did it so much until somebody pointed it out on videos. I talk with my hands. They used to in jazz hands. Every picture we ever took, saying that we were doing this, my hands were up. And so, like I said, that got me over at least with a small group. And then actually doing video was really kind of what I said. I just really had to take it off of me and come from the helping view and picture, somebody else. And it truly is, the fear more than anything, it's all mindset. It's not anything else other than your own mind. So you kind of have to get out of your own mind and really, just do it. I mean, I hate to put it and say it's that easy because I know it's not. I mean, I avoided it forever, but really, once you do the first one, it'll be horrible. Like we said, the sweaty palms, the sweaty lip, however you want to put it, the stuttering, everything. I mean, I know I used to take a piece of paper and I would actually put it up on the screen. That was junk mail actually, but I would actually put it on the screen next to where the camera is. So it looked like I was looking at the camera but I would actually read it, So I would have, word for word, not even just bullet points, which I'm down to now. I would actually have, hi, my name is Robin Smith. I would write that across, So you just, and I would absolutely, like I said, I don't think I've ever watched myself ever. So, I don't really care if you do or not, but I do not advise you to watch yourself in the beginning.
Definitely not.
No.
Totally agree.
Hannah, what's your story?
I think my story is that I used to, when I was terrified, like you, Robin, I avoided it as much as I possibly could. But then it came to a point for me where I suppose you have to think about why it is that you're doing what you're doing. Obviously, if you've started a home business, you're doing it for a reason. Maybe you have a 9-to-5 job that you hate and want to get out of. Maybe you want to spend more time with your kids. Maybe you have another passion that you're trying to fund. Whatever it is, sit down seriously and ask yourself, why am I doing this, and is it really important to me? And if your why is big enough, which I'm sure it will be, it will help you overcome that fear of video, because you'll think, if I really want to build my business seriously and I'm going to take this, seriously, and I'm going to sit down and do it properly, then I need to incorporate video in some way, shape, or form. And even if you feel terrified about putting your face in front of the camera, do a little video presentation or start using more audio in what you're doing, and gradually build up to doing that video. But also I think one thing that, I don't know if you guys agree with me on this, but one thing that I used to do with every aspect of what I was doing was overthinking. And I would feel like I needed to have everything perfect before I put it out there. For example, a blog post, I wouldn't post it until every single thing was, exactly perfect, or I wouldn't post a video if I made the tiniest of mistakes. And you know, we've provided you obviously with this formula today and lots of different tips that you can use. But if you go and film your video, you know, perhaps you're trying to follow the formula, but maybe you miss a little part of it out, or you forget to say something that you meant to say. Don't allow that tiny little thing to stop you from posting your video, because if you do, then you're not going to get a point to posting it, because you'll find other things that are wrong with it, or you'll think, you know, that's not good enough. But once you start to post them, your videos will get better and better and better and better and better, until there's a point where you're on the camera with no makeup, you don't know what you're going to say, you just go with the flow, and you're just like, you know what, my knowledge base is strong enough, I know I've got value, and my video will be great, because I know deep down, I know what I'm doing. I need to be confident in myself and my abilities, and, you know, just put it out there. So that's kind of one thing for me. And one thing was, like, I don't know, I generally talk at, I think I talk at a pretty fast speed. I don't talk particularly slowly, but that's something that I've learned to embrace. I've definitely slowed down a lot. When I first started, I would speed through my videos. I would talk so fast, and I would actually, I remember one time I was holding up my camera and I was filming, and I was actually on my way to a dance class, and I was filming this video, and I'd stopped for a second to film it, and I remember feeling so under pressure. I was so stressed, and I was so out of breath because I was so stressed, and then I started speaking faster to try and get everything out before I ran out of breath, and it was just a disaster. But when I watched it back, you know, I actually barely watched it back, and you know, I just thought, I'm going to post it anyway. I posted it, and I got a great response to it, and ever since then I've posted all of my videos, and gradually I've gotten better and better, and it's just a matter of embracing it, deciding, you know what, I'm serious about building my business, I know video will help me tenfold, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to embrace the formula, I'm going to start to use it, and, you know, I'm going to get better and better, and just do it, you know.
Yeah, a done video is better than a perfect video any day. You know?
Version 1.0 is better than version 0.0, isn't that it?
Exactly. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was saying,
better, I think
get it up there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, you know, she was saying, and I kind of do the same thing. I know I speak very fast, and somebody told me that fast and your voice actually comes off as excitement, which is what a lot of people like on video.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
You know, even if you do talk fast, just do it, you know? I mean, if people are taking notes, they'll watch it again.
Yeah, and embrace your personality. Like, I think if like, I speak, I get excited, you know, I'm quite a bubbly person. Sometimes my voice goes a little bit high-pitched or whatever. But that was one thing that I think sometimes when you overthink things too much, now don't get me wrong, you need to talk at a speed that people can understand. But once you just embrace your personality and let that come across, even if it's maybe not what somebody else would consider perfect, I guarantee your prospects will resonate with that so much more, because they know that that's what you would be like if you were sat in a room with them. So be natural, you know, just start doing videos. And I know you might think, oh, it's harder than just doing it, but to be honest, I really think that once you just do it, you will find yourself flying.
I love that. I think that's absolutely brilliant. I think, first off, absolutely embrace who you are and be confident with that. You are enough. You are. Just who you are is perfect, and it doesn't matter about anything other than just being yourself. Ultimately, you want to work with people, and you're going to get to know the people that you work with really well, because it's going to be a close working relationship. So be yourself. And I love that. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think that's such a great way to look at video. The other thing is, you're damn right about vision. If your vision is strong enough, if you know that in order to get to C, I need to do A and B, you will do A and B.
Yeah.
If your vision is strong enough, then that is what will keep putting you off. And I think that's a really important thing to say, that once you've identified with your vision and it is so strong that nothing will stop you from getting there, video will seem like a piece of cake. It will become easy peasy, because actually the rewards are going to be so great. If you look back in 10 years when you're earning vast amounts of money, would you really have let a video stop you? No, you wouldn't. So as hard as it is, and we keep saying it, it is just biting the bullet and getting that first one done. So we've provided you with a good formula. We've hopefully given you some confidence to just do it. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to share some practical tools just to help you in the process, so that hopefully by the end of this webinar, we might be getting some feedback of people that have gone out there and done their first video. That would be amazing if you could share that with us. So, okay, Robin, do you want to share some tools that you use for video?
Sure. Well, first of all, this thing, your phone has a great camera and you're attached to it all day long, you know. And now, you know, Instagram is, you know, I'm the Instagram person, so, you know, I got to bring it back to Instagram. Instagram has allowed up to 1-minute videos now. Okay, that's brand new. We used to only do 15 seconds. Imagine how fast you have to talk to get something in 15 seconds, you know? But it's a great way. If you are nervous and you are just starting out, remember, you know, Instagram is great because it is only 1 minute and that's it. That they're not expecting a ton from you. Also, I personally also use my wonderful camera on my computer. I have a Mac and I use, QuickTime, and that way I can either record me, or as Hannah was saying, if you're, you know, a little nervous when you're first starting out, you can actually record your screen very easily with QuickTime. So they're the two platforms I use for the most part. I don't know about Hannah. She probably uses a lot more than I do. This is her thing.
You know what? I think that's so funny that you said that, because a lot of people actually message me and ask me, you know, what do you use for your videos? And I'm just like, I use this bad boy. That's it. Yeah, I mean, I actually, to be honest, I changed my strategy a little bit. I have a DSLR camera because I'm also a fashion blogger. And when I first started, I would use it all the time. So even if I was outside, I would hold it up. My arms would be killing me because I would be holding this huge camera. But I decided to go back to this because, you know what, the video quality is just as good. It's a lot more portable. You don't have to break your arm if you're holding it up, like you're at the beach and you want to film a video. But also I edit my videos in iMovie if I am adding a little intro or whatever. But you don't need anything complicated. Literally just take your phone out, press record, say, hey, it's Hannah Kathleen here from Dublin, Ireland, and I'm going to share X, Y, and Z. And when you just start doing that, you know, you don't need to worry about all the equipment. As you grow, you can get things if you'd like to, like a microphone and stuff. But I love using Facebook Live. I don't know if you girls have started using that yet, but Facebook Live is a really powerful tool, and live video in general, whether you prefer Periscope, Facebook Live, even the likes of Snapchat, because when you can speak to your prospects in real time, it means that they can engage with you live. So I don't know about you guys, but Facebook Live for me has been something that I've really liked to start using, because there's nothing more powerful than being able to engage with someone live. And it's a lot more similar to what the situation and scenario would be like if you were having a one-to-one presentation with somebody, or if you were having, you know, just a chat over coffee with somebody. So it's a lot more natural. And I think as well, if you are nervous about making mistakes, I really like the idea of live video because people don't expect it to be perfect. So if you're going live and you're chatting, you know, people are going to expect you maybe to jumble up your words occasionally, maybe to stutter, maybe to cough. You know, if you're live with people, it's more natural. So I think that if you are nervous about doing your first video, go live on Facebook. It will be most of your friends anyway, so chances are they're people that you are comfortable with already. So it'd be a good way to get started, but it's also a really powerful tool, and something that I like to use in my video marketing.
I haven't been able to get Facebook Live yet because I'm on Windows.
Oh.
And Windows have not embraced the Facebook Live yet. And I am. But as soon as I know, I don't know what Apple and Windows and all that don't get on, and so it's obviously in the Apple camp and not in Windows. So one day I will get it.
But I think though for the Windows users, Periscope is a great alternative.
Periscope, yeah.
And it means that you can reach a broader audience. It means that you can practice the whole video thing. And also you can save your Periscope videos, so you can have then a vault of all of your Periscopes. So, you know, it's another asset for you when you are talking to new prospects. You know, videos that you've done, you can direct them to there. So that could be an alternative to Facebook Lives if you can't access that.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that, because it is something.
And there is, I don't know all the details yet, but there is a way to do Facebook Live from your computer. There's, if you YouTube it, I'm looking up to figure out how to do it myself, but there's a little if you YouTube it, you know, how to on YouTube, you'll be the answer for everything.
You'll find some
software to download. Yeah.
Oh goodness. It's a marketer's best friend.
There's technology out there that will bridge any gap, but I totally agree. I think Facebook Live is a brilliant addition, and I think it's something that you should try and embrace as much as possible, even if it's just walking the dogs. I'm walking the dogs and just wanting to pop this quick video up just to say hi. It's a way of practicing doing it, and it's really, and it gets people get to know you. Even
For sure.
Walking the dog, it's a great way to connect with other dog lovers. It's a common ground, but I do think Facebook Live is a brilliant tool, and definitely will be embracing as soon as we get there. For me, my main tool is YouTube, and we've obviously demonstrated tonight that you don't have to use YouTube to do your videos. There are many other ways that you can create videos. You can upload them direct onto Facebook. You can use Facebook Live. You can post them onto Instagram, whatever. But I like YouTube. Partly there's a lot of traffic that goes through YouTube, as I've already stated. It's a lot of volume. It's a great way for having, once you've got a channel and you get people subscribing to that channel, it's a really great way to build up a warm market. People can access all of the videos. So for me, it is a great way to keep a collection of your videos, and you can have different playlists and everything, so you can cover lots of different topics within your theme. But one of the best things for me about YouTube is the way you can automatically share onto other platforms. When you upload your video, the share facility is there. It's all done. All you have to have done is link to your accounts. You just tick the box, and it will automatically be uploaded to Twitter, Instagram, Google, LinkedIn, you name it. There's more social media platforms on there that I even know what they are. It's automatic, and it's a time saver. And ultimately, when you're working from home, we're always looking for ways to save time. So I think, for me, that's a great tool from YouTube. YouTube's also a great way to connect with other people in a similar industry and watch their videos and get to know them. And how many of us have been on YouTube to be educated? And so when you're sharing content that has an educational purpose, your YouTube is the place to be putting it. So those are our top tools. So I've actually been sent a question. So can one of you two guys just, if you want to share anything else, then I'm just going to read the question and then I'll share it out. So is there, with regard to video marketing, is there anything that in your experience that has really taught you, one, to just go for it, or is there anything that you would share with our audience right now just to give them that final push to really do video? We're determined.
Yeah, it's really just, I mean, just do it. Just press record. I mean, the only person you're stopping is yourself. You know, nobody's stopping you, you know. I mean, the Facebook Live is stopping Sarah, but we're going to fix that. I'm going to work with her on that and get that. Sure, I'm going to look at that tonight, actually. But yeah, don't let the technology scare you or anything like that. It's there, and like we say, you know, we're connected to these things. They're attached to us all day long.
Yeah.
And just even if you just start recording videos and then, you know, just so you can see. I mean, I know somebody told me when you're first starting out, pick a topic you know. Talk about your family. Stand in front of the mirror for 5 minutes and talk about your family. You know, we could do that. I bet you do that without even realizing it, you know, every day and everything like that. So that'll kind of just get you normal to seeing yourself on you know, what you look like and your mannerisms and everything. That's, you know, one thing. And, you know, introduce yourself. You know, first video doesn't have to be a business video. It can simply be, you know, hi, my name is Robin Smith. I live in New Jersey. I have a son and, you know, a husband. You know, that's it. Yeah. So you can talk about your family.
I think that's an awesome point, and I think it just goes back to, you know, just do it. Seriously, I cannot stress that enough, because sometimes you need a push. Sometimes you need someone to be like, you know what, this is going to help you. trust us, we have done this. So once you start doing it, you will see a result, because even if you don't add call to actions, for example, and you're not yet sure where to direct people, just doing the video will make you more confident and more assertive in yourself. So the next time you're prospecting in person, the next time you're prospecting over the phone, you will be a lot more confident, and you will convey your message in a much better light as a result, and your prospects will begin to view you as more of an authority, which is very important. But also they'll start to get to know you. So if you feel like you don't know what to do a video about, even, if you've learned anything from this training tonight, if you've been taking notes, which you should have been, I hope, take one of your favorite tips and go ahead, shoot a video, be like, hey, Hannah Kathleen here, coming at you from Dublin, Ireland. Are you using video in your marketing? In this video, I'm going to talk about why you need to be X, Y, and Z. Just share one tip and then be like, drop me a comment below if you got any value from this. It's one of my first videos. Something like that. So simple. Will literally just take you a minute if you only share one tip. But even if you didn't share a tip, just do a video and ask a question. Encourage some engagement on your Facebook timeline or on your blog or on your YouTube, wherever you're posting it. And gradually then you'll become more and more confident. You'll be able to do your videos much more effortlessly. But it's really just a matter of taking that first step, because without taking that first step, you're not going to get down that path.
Brilliant. Absolutely spot on. I think, yeah, like you say, just pick one small thing for your first video. Don't try and explain quantum mechanics.
Exactly.
Unless that's your field, unless you know it.
Yeah, for sure.
Not everyone's field. Pick one thing that you want to share, and just do a quick video about that. And like I say, don't worry about the quality. A lot of people say, "Oh, my video is not good enough." It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a bit blurry or your face is a bit pixelated. It really doesn't matter. It's the fact that you're doing it. People will respect you for just having the courage to do it, and I think that's an important part. And obviously, as you grow your business, video marketing will become a great way to communicate with your team, a great way to share resources. So think about those things as well, that those first videos, that they're steps on the ladder, because in the bigger picture and the longer term, you're going to be using video to speak to your team, or you might be delivering a webinar like we are now, and you will be putting together your own training resources. So if you've got big dreams, if you've got big aspirations in this business, you absolutely have to take this step, because there's no way you can avoid it. Video marketing is going to come up in your future. So embrace it now, and it will be a lot easier when you start doing those things.
Yeah. I think something as well just popped into my mind is that if you want ideally your team to be duplicating and doing videos moving forward, you have to lead them. So if you're not doing videos, or if you're scared of doing videos, but you think, you're going to be like to your team, video is what you should be doing to build your business, then they're going to want to see you on camera. And if they see you taking action, they're going to be like, okay, I need to do videos as well. So I think from that perspective as well, not only do you want to be doing videos for yourself, but you want to be doing it to show your team what they need to be doing too, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Like I said, lead by example. And
and that way you don't have
to
Sorry.
Oh, I missed that.
I was going to say, that way you don't have to explain it over and over again. If you explain it once, like a getting starting guide or something like that, or brand welcome to the team or something, you just give them the video, So make your life easier.
Exactly. It goes back to time saving. So it is a great tool. It's sort of, once it's done, it's in the vault, and you can use it whenever you need to. That is the end of our webinar this evening. The question that was asked was about sharing video, so I think we answered that.
Well, there's another one on here that says, do you feel that Instagram videos are long enough to get lead generation video? Do you see that?
I can't see any questions.
Not mine at all.
Okay. Well, anyway, this one popped up. Maybe it is directed to me then. I don't know.
I can see questions now. I think we have to open the Q&A. I don't know if you ladies have that open.
Yeah, I have it open. That's how I get to see it.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I'll take this question actually. You can say a lot in 1 minute, and really lead generation, at least for Instagram, all you're doing more than anything is leading people to your clickable link in your bio. So you can say, you know I change whenever I change up my link, I usually do a video or a picture, and I'll tell them what they're getting. Oh, there's a brand new blueprint, clickable link in my bio, check it out. So that took all of 5 seconds. So you can just give a tip and then tell people to go click your link in your bio. And it's a great generation tool. The one thing about Instagram is they do kind of lead more towards pictures than video, only because video is still kind of new for Instagram. It was primarily pictures, but they're coming up. They're coming up, and now with stories, they're really coming up.
Copycat of Snapchat.
Yes, we copied off of Snapchat, but it's
no,
okay.
it's a powerful tool for sure, for sure.
And I think that's a really good point, actually, just to round off, is that the power of video is seen by the amount of apps that are coming out and introducing video. You've got Snapchat, you've got YouTube, you've got now Instagram that are introducing it. That speaks volumes. It shows the power that video has and that it's being used. And at the end of the day, if you're not doing it, someone else is.
Yeah. That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
And they will be getting results from it. So I hope you've taken a lot of positives out of it. I just wanted to say thank you to Gretchen for the questions. I hope that we've answered them for you. I would absolutely love you to share your video success stories on the Networking Superstars fan page. If by going through this webinar this evening, you have plucked up the courage to do even just a short one, even if it's just to say, hi, thanks for the webinar, fantastic, and that's it, that's fine. Yeah. Post it on the Networking Superstars fan page. Share it. We will celebrate.
Yeah.
We want to see.
We'll give you a virtual high five.
We will support you with that and celebrate the fact you've done it and appreciate that you've taken the time to do that. So I would love to hear them say, there you go, that's our call to action.
It's a good call to action.
Good call to action. So I hope you've all good evening. I hope you've got lots of value from it. If you would like to contact any of us, please do, either via the Networking Superstars fan page, or obviously if you're friends with us on Facebook, contact us there and ask us anything. Thank you so much, Hannah and Robin, for coming on with me.
Thank you.
Being here. You've shared absolutely fantastic insights. I'm sure everyone's got a lot of values from that. So take care, everyone, and have a great rest of your evening.